Welcome to the Chefing with Shane YouTube channel, the channel where I teach you guys how to cook just like grandma used to. Now, we're making Italian style meatballs today. Quick, easy, delicious. If you get good at this recipe, it will only take you about 15 minutes to whip these up. It'll impress everybody. You can have a nice date over and say, I'm making spaghetti and meatballs. I made these from scratch. I didn't buy these at the store, guys. I cannot wait to show you guys how to make these. Okay, so the first step in making these meatballs, you're gonna preheat your oven 425 degrees. And next, we're gonna make our binder. Our binder is simply a half a cup of breadcrumbs. I'm using Italian. And a quarter cup of milk. And then you're just literally gonna mix this up and it's gonna get really thick. And then you're just gonna set this aside while we make the rest of it. All right, while we set that aside, we're gonna begin on our fresh stuff. I'm just gonna crush 2 garlic cloves. You can use garlic in a pinch, but fresh stuff always better. We're just gonna mince up this garlic. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and pluck all this parsley off the stems. We're gonna get about a 1/3 cup of fresh parsley, nice and minced up. Last of our fresh produce here is we need a 1/4 cup of white yellow onion. Either or works. I have some left over, so I'm just gonna chop this up a little bit finer. The smaller the better, because we really don't want to be biting into our meatballs and getting just huge chunks of onion. Plus they won't cook through if they're huge. So you can grate these as well, make them really small. But I'm just chopping these up really finely so they'll cook down. All right, looks good to me. All right, now it's time to start assembling up these meatballs. So first, we're gonna go in the largest mixing bowl with a pound of ground meat and also a pound. I'm using Primo sweet Italian sausage. Put that in there. Okay, next, we're gonna go ahead and put in 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese, 2 minced garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon salt and pepper. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of grated onion, 1/3 cup fresh Italian parsley. We're also gonna crack in 2 eggs. We're only using the yolk though. There's 1 yolk. And then there's 2. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add in our breadcrumb and milk mixture, which at this point is very hard. But guys, trust me, I tried all different types of recipes for meatballs and they used to fall apart or they didn't have the flavor in it. And guys, this completely changes the game. These meatballs do not fall apart. All right, now is the fun part. It's where you get down and dirty. The only way to properly mix meatballs is with your hands. So you got to get down and dirty in there. Make sure you incorporate these ingredients well. I just do like a twisting motion, flip that back up on top of itself. All right, and we're basically just mixing until your hands pretty much feel like they have hypothermia. And that is the worst part of making meatballs. Anyone who's made them before knows that the worst part by far is sticking your hands in the absolute freezing meat. This mixture is done, guys, and it's ready to form up into our delicious meatballs. Okay, time to form these meatballs up. First thing we're gonna do always, spray your baking dish. Okay, so as a guide, you can use your 1/4 cup measuring cup, and that'll be a good guide to show you what size you're gonna want these meatballs. And after you make a couple, you'll kind of just feel it out. But this recipe makes about 16. You're just gonna form it up like that, plop it in the dish, and then, like I said, you'll start feeling it out. This is a great size meatball. You can do huge ones if you want. You can double the recipe. But overall, if you want consistent ones, use the measuring cup. Super easy to form up. Super quick recipe too, guys. So I've made it, I think, as quick as 15 minutes before. So I'm gonna go ahead and form all these up, and I will get back to you guys before I pop these in the oven. Okay, I ended up getting 17 meatballs out of this recipe. They're all nice size, 1/4 cup. Let's get these into the oven. Okay, so as I said previously, got the oven set to 425 degrees. And we're gonna set those in there uncovered, 10 minutes, and then we're gonna flip them, and we'll have them in there for another 10 to 12 minutes after that. All right, you guys can choose to do whatever you want with these meatballs. You can make the meatball subs. They're delicious in meatball subs. Today, I'm just making, honestly, pretty much a store-bought spaghetti. So we're just gonna get this pot up to a boil, throw in the noodles, and then I honestly just got a jar sauce. But I promise, guys, adding these meatballs in adds tons of flavors to the sauce. Okay, after about 10 minutes, meatballs will be ready to flip over. Grab a pair of tongs. It's the easiest way to do it. Or you can take them out. All right, now throw them back in there for another 12 minutes. All right, at this point, gonna throw a little salt in the water, and throw in my box of penne today. I don't got any spaghetti. Most pastas go well with spaghetti sauce. So we're just gonna let that boil until it gets al dente. About 10 to 12 minutes. All right, guys, they've been cooking for about 22 minutes. And I've made these a couple times, so I do know that they've never been undercooked. But you can always use a thermometer to make sure for yourself. But they're all done. We're just gonna let them sit until these noodles are done, and we'll throw the sauce, the meatballs all in there, let the sauce warm up in there, add in that flavor of the meatballs, and then our spaghetti without the spaghetti noodles will be done. All right, at this point, our penne pasta is done. I'm gonna turn off the water, drain these noodles, and throw it all together. All right, so like I said before, guys, today we're making spaghetti the lazy way. So that means we're pouring in the jar sauce. Got 2 cans, 2 jars of it. And the sauce by itself, guys, isn't the greatest, but when you add it with these meatballs and you let it all stew up, it is amazing. So let's just plop all these meatballs in there. And it's just gonna add so much flavor because I didn't heat up this sauce yet. So you're just gonna turn your burner back on and put it on low. And then we'll just toss all those meatballs in there. Let me get these trays out of the way. All right, so at this point, just gonna push those meatballs down into the sauce. And we're just gonna throw the lid on and just let that sauce heat up. Probably give it about 5-10 minutes. Let some of the flavor from the meatballs incorporate itself in there. And then this dish, guys, this dish is ready. All right, guys, the meatballs are done. As I said before, you can make a meatball sub, you can make spaghetti, anything you want with these. These are super versatile. These are delicious. And I can't wait to try it. Wow. Guys, they just have so much flavor. They are amazing. And I hope you guys try them out because, guys, these are actually one of my favorite recipes. And it's one of the things that I feel like people just buy them. They're kind of expensive. Like, these are so easy to make, and I think it's like misunderstood and how easy these are. Like, people are like, oh, making meatballs, it takes a long time. Guys, I kid you not, it takes me 15 minutes to make these meatballs, and it's to another 22 in the oven. It doesn't take much time. They're so much better. I encourage you guys to try it out for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out all the other videos, and let me know what you guys want to see next. See you in the next one.